welcome back to another episode. I'm not gonna redo this damn intro. These guys keep laughing. Welcome back to another episode of Couch Quickies. I'm your host Nadia. Joined with me is... What's your name?
My name is Omar. What's up, everybody? We've done this intro again 3 times. That's our new thing where we're redoing intros.
Can't get it together.
But welcome back to another episode. And what are we doing this on today?
Today we are talking about, you know what, we were going to say board games, but we changed it to game night because then we realized, you know what? Is Phase 10 a board game? Is Jenga a board game?
Yeah, I mean, is Cards Against... Cars Go This Way. Is Cards Against Humanity a board game or is it a card game?
It's a card game.
See, I think it's a card game.
Game.
We switched it up and
you know what? Does it say on there?
It probably literally says a card game.
No, it just says a party game. Party game.
Okay.
It's a party game.
But
anyway.
That's
what we're doing.
Yeah, we decided to change it up, so we're doing it on game nights now. Which is something that now that the world's opened up again, we could probably do some more of.
Yeah, definitely. We've had some good ones.
Yeah,
I love games. Oh, you know what? Hello, timer. Almost forgot. I'm not wearing my watch today, so I gotta do it long form style.
You'd think that we'd have this set up by now, but...
You think this is not our first show. 20 minutes, let's go. I love games. I am a very competitive person.
Yeah, that's very true.
And I love to win. And I get very upset when I don't win. I mean, more like during the game. Like, I don't, lose sleep over it or, flip the game board over or anything. I'm not, violent and crazy and irrational. But I like to win. And so it drives me.
I don't care.
You don't care?
Not really. I just like to have, a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's it depends on the game, of course. Some games you're all right, I really want to... I don't know. I tend to be more... to win games like Jenga.
You would prefer to win a game that?
I hate losing at Jenga.
Oh, okay. Why?
Because I think it's because everything comes crashing down. It's such a dramatic loss.
Yeah, there's a lot of anxiety.
You're just yeah. And sometimes you're okay, I'm confident that this is not, especially when you put it right on top and you're okay, and then it falls.
But Jenga gets so exciting and thrilling when it's
you're
down to the wire and it's the last 5 rows at the bottom are just 2 or 1. It's
because
who's it gonna be?
Yeah, you in Jenga you just don't want to be the loser.
Well,
because it depends on how many people you're playing with, right? If it's a one-on-one,
it doesn't just feel like a massive failure the way that they just all fall.
It just falls and you're especially if you're playing. Especially if you're playing that whoever drops it has to build it back up. And you're now I gotta build it back up. Yeah.
All these secret rules, man. So many games.
Well, okay.
Speaking of your grandpa, your tata used to make up all the games.
Yeah. Anytime I used to play any kind of game with my grandfather, he used to always just throw rules at us. And we never questioned him because it was his table. It was his game. Everything was his.
You probably couldn't even question him.
Whatever you say. Yeah.
Well, play by your damn rules that you just made up out of your ass.
And that was always a good time.
Always to his advantage, I'm sure.
Thinking back on it, yeah, all of them.
He was sucker.
Yeah, he was just probably really kind of inside just laughing. These kids don't even know. I'm swindling them. Life lesson: don't trust anyone, not even your grandfather. I'm all right, Paul. What is a game that you used to play with your parents?
Our family.
What was your family game?
We used to play. We had Cranium. That one was fun. Cranium. I'll tell you why I like Cranium is because Cranium gives you a variety of styles of playing a game. You can act it out, you can draw it out, you can sing it. I can't remember what other options there are, but there's a lot of there's a variety. It's not just one thing and everyone does it like charades or whatever. So you never really know where you're going to land. And everyone has their strengths. Like some people are better at drawing it out. Yeah. And some people are better at acting it out or whatever. And then it's always funny when you know that they suck at something and then they get it and you're just like, ah, you suck at this. You know? And like in my family, what's funny is that like, you know, my sister and I, we don't really get along. No big secret. But if you know me. And so, but it's funny because when we play games, if her and I team up together, we crush everyone else. Like, we're unstoppable. Yeah. Like, no one can touch us. We're just like, boom, 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 you guys suck. Like, especially Armand and my dad, they are not. My mom's pretty good. My mom is good. Nice. Yeah, well, certain games.
That's the same with Mark and I. Uh-huh. Like, whenever my brother and I would play, specifically, you know what... One time we were killing everybody at the game Taboo.
Oh, you ever play Taboo? Yeah, no, we would play Taboo. That's the one that Kayla and I would pair up and crush everyone.
Where you end up like having
this. Like you have to know how the person communicates or what they're thinking, and like that's how you just
it was like some trip in, I think, to Big Bear or something. And you know what? We had actually Big Bear trips where we played like a game night.
Recently. No, it was our engagement. Your 40th / my engagement.
But it was in Big Bear.
My engagement. Our engagement.
Yeah, remember when you got engaged?
I got engaged. All by myself.
But that was a good game night.
Yeah, we did. So what we did was Omar, we played, okay, so we have like all of our games that we have. Right. We don't have a lot because we also don't have a lot of storage. Yeah. I would like to have more.
I don't want to have like closets like overflowing. Yeah, that's the plan.
House, more games.
Yeah. Subscribe.
Get us a house, guys. We have Family Feud right there, and we were playing that, but Omar was the host, so you were like playing Steve Harvey, and I think we've talked about this in the podcast.
I wasn't playing Steve Harvey.
I'm just saying you were playing his role as the host. He's the host. Who's the other guy?
I mean, there's been so many.
The other one with the bubbly eyes. What's his name?
With the bubbly eyes. Well, Louis Anderson. Bubbly eyes.
Kind of, no.
I don't know, but I think for a while, the guy that played Al on Home Improvement.
Oh yeah,
I think he was doing it for a while. Right. And then there was a guy before him that I think killed himself.
Oh, jeez.
And then Richard Dawson. I love Family Feud, but but now it's a board game. And
honestly, like Nas, if you're listening to this, I will never forgive you. They got approached when Nas and Miguel were getting married. They got approached to be on Family Feud.
Damn.
With her family versus your family, and it just fell through the cracks. No one followed through with it. We could have been on Family Feud. That's a bucket list thing for me.
That would be awesome.
How do we make this happen?
If anybody out there knows how to get us on Family Feud.
Okay, let's set up our dream team. Us, Mark, who else?
Us, Mark.
Alan, you trying to get in?
Yeah, you want
to? I don't know.
Nice.
I don't know how he is with Family Feud. We'll have to do a trial.
A trial run?
Yeah. Let's do auditions in the family.
That's the only way. We'll come over. Everybody come over. Yeah. And then
we'll pick our top. How many? 5 people that we need?
How many people is it? I think it's 5.
I think it's 5. 6 max. It's 5 to 6. It's
something like that.
All right, guys. Family Feud auditions. We will submit. We're going to do this.
We're not going to submit anything. They have to submit to us.
I don't know that.
For the auditions, you're saying?
No. Once we pick our team.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah. Then we'll... I'm sure it's just an online application. Yeah. Like I sort of...
I'm sure you can't be on our team. Well, you can because you're handsome and you're funny, and so you'll probably come up with some funny answers and get the audience going, but he's not going to help our team.
Right.
No, so one time, Armand used to try to cheat. It was so funny. Him and my dad would always try to cheat, but they sucked at cheating. And I'm trying to remember, I think it was Cranium. And he was trying to write down the name like in really small letters.
Like a cheat sheet?
My dad was like, what does that say? And he was like, shut up, shut up.
Oh, he was trying to give your dad a clue?
He was trying to give my dad the answer. And he was like, but my dad was like, I can't read it. It's so small. And we're like, you're cheating. And then there was another time where he was like singing some songs. You would get to like hymn the song or something, or hum the song. And I can't remember who the artist was. I don't remember, but it ended up being totally wrong. And he thought that he was like singing Celine Dion or something. And it was like somebody else. And he was like, my heart will go on. We're like, that's not it was just so many fun. He's just.
Well.
Sorry, Armand.
Speaking of cheating and brothers, Mark once got caught by my grandfather.
Uh-huh.
We were playing a game that we used to play with him a lot called Turista, which is
like Monopoly.
It's basically Monopoly,
Uh-huh.
but you're going around the countries. You're a tourist, and you get to buy up little spots. And
it's an actual board game.
Yeah, it's a board game.
Oh.
It's almost exactly like Monopoly. I think Monopoly might even own it.
It's the Spanish version of Monopoly.
Yeah. So, but we were playing, and Mark was stealing money from the bank. Because my grandfather was the bank, and he had the box kind of to his side, not in front of him.
So he was just like sliding him.
Mark was sliding. It was so funny.
Did he get caught?
Yeah, hell yeah, he got caught. I mean, my grandfather. There's the thing. He thought he was like, all right, like he got me back, for the rules that I've been making up. Because now when I look at it, I think you can buy the properties, just kind of like Monopoly, but I don't ever remember doing that. So I don't know if he just created like his own, like, whatever. Maybe he didn't even have the cards anymore. He was just like, let's just see who can get around.
We should do that.
Me money.
Oh my God, what if we made our own board game? We ever were a baby board game.
Okay, what would it be about?
Oh my God, traveling and eating.
All right, cool. So dice, right?
We're gonna discuss this later, okay?
Why not? Let's discuss it right now.
No.
We'll start.
We don't want anyone to take our idea. This is top secret.
All right. Well, if you have ideas for a We Ever Were Baby
submit
board
it to
game,
us.
let us know.
I think this is a good idea. It's totally on our brand. Okay,
Perfect.
So we talked about Jenga. We talked about Family Feud. Great game. Uno, Phase 10 classics. Those are card games, not really board games, but game night nonetheless.
Yeah, Phase 10 can be really frustrating.
And long.
Yeah.
But never as long as Monopoly.
No. But for me, it never gets boring.
Monopoly?
No, Phase 10. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Phase 10 a lot. It's fun.
All right.
But Phase 10, I think, is really a game of luck, right? Veronica told me that today. We were talking about it. She's like, yeah, Dan, her husband, she's like, he doesn't really like that game because it's all luck. There's no strategy. And I was like, wait.
Well, I don't know if that's true, because you have to decide which cards to keep. That's
what I was saying.
You know what I mean?
And what ones to discard. You have to be strategic about that. But it's a very minimal level of strategy.
It's not like, I don't think you can go to like Phase 10, like not school,
training,
but you know what I mean? Like Phase 10 training, but maybe, I don't know, maybe there is more to it than we know, but.
Yeah, but it's a good game. If you guys have not played it, that's a good one. We were talking about, Mark and I were talking about this. Is Trouble and Sorry both great games? Are they like essentially almost the same game?
It's been a while since I played. Sorry. It's been a while since I played Sorry. Yeah. But
because you just slide them out, which is basically Trouble. You knock them out.
The idea is the same, where you have to get around the board. And I don't remember if you end up in a house or a base. But then you do have the ability to knock another player off the board.
Yeah, we should get it and we'll compare.
But Trouble's got the little poppy dice thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, what's
dog hair in my mouth.
A classic We Everywhere Baby situation. Dog hair on the microphone.
And then we have this one, Sick and Twisted. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Sick and Twisted Charades. This is fun. This is charades, but just,
Well, Sick and Twisted. Sick and Twisted Charades was something we bought right before right before New Year's of 2020.
Right. We stayed in and we played a bunch of games.
Yeah, and a bunch of friends came over and we were playing charades.
Yeah. Tina kept getting all those horny answers. At least she made everything sexual somehow. She was like humping the ground. Like,
yeah, well,
that shit was fun though.
Some of the cards definitely call for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's always a good. I think that's our go-tos on kind of the game nights. It's like
when
a charade.
You have a lot of people.
Yeah, it's like a good little active game.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I mean, the Family Feud.
Yeah, exactly. Family Feud is always good for a large group. And that's what we played in Big Bear. Omar was the host, and then we had 3 teams, I think, not 2.
yeah. We were rotating. There was a lot of us. So
yeah, there was a lot of us. And that shit was a great time. And then we definitely all did, a lot of us did shrooms on top of it. And then Alan was filming it like a game show.
Yeah, he kept zooming in and moving it around like there was a crowd.
I just looked over and he's just like slamming the camera all around him. The footage was so bad, remember?
Yeah, but we were all drinking and stuff, so he was having a good time. And
he was on a game show filming it. Da-da-da.
Yeah, and we had the phone hooked up to the Bluetooth speaker, so we were playing the Family Feud.
You had all the music cued. Yeah, it was great. That was a great time.
You know what? As another game that I want to mention, it's called 5 Second Rule.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
And it's basically, you get asked name 3 somethings.
Somethings, yeah.
But instead of a timer, it has a
ball.
It's like a
spiral.
It's like a rod with a spiral, and then the balls go down. But it also makes that sound like.
Yes. Yes.
And it's probably the most stressful game in this pile.
And also, it's such a simple game with very simple questions. It'll be like, name 3 breeds of dogs, and all of us, but you only have 5 seconds to answer. But
then you're hearing the sound of that, like
true. The stress. And then all of a sudden, all you can think about is poodle and pug, and you're just like, I don't know any other. And it's just like so stressful. And so, okay, did I ever tell you about how my parents had new neighbors that moved in?
Okay.
And then they invited my parents over
Just tell me the story. Tell everybody the story.
It's really not even a good story, but I don't know why my mom was like, yeah, we went over to the neighbor's house and we were having a good time or whatever. She's like, and then all of a sudden they were like, want to play a game?
Do you want to play a game?
But she's like, but they said it weird. And we were like, huh? And they're like, yeah, want to play our little game that we like to play? I was like, what's about to happen? And then they pulled out 5 Second Rule. She said she was all weirded out.
Thought for a second it was about to get real.
What is going to happen? And then they pulled out 5 Second Rule, and that was the first time my parents played it. Mm-hmm. And then they had a really good time, and they ended up buying it. And so now that's like my parents' go-to game. Like my mom told me, I said, what do you want to do for Father's Day? And or what should we do? And she's like, well, your dad wants us to play games. She's like, he's been practicing 5 Second Rule.
He's been timing himself.
He's training. He takes it serious.
You know what? I think back to playing games with my folks. I think a lot of it was card games.
I can see that.
And Mark will kind of check me as I start saying this. I'm pretty sure that my dad created a card game that he made.
That's cool.
And he kind of like, there's like a big piece of fabric. I don't know, muslin? I don't know what it is, and on it, it's like a circle, and it's got like sections. But it's a card game, and it's got to do with money.
Does he still have it?
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure he created this game, and I'm gonna
have him bust it out.
I'm gonna have to maybe go over and play it and have him explain it to me, because I swear he created it.
That's
right?
cool. If that's true.
Oh, he lied to me. He lied to me. Everyone in my family.
Yeah. Lied. Hello, you're Mexican.
What does that mean?
I think you grow up with lies. Everything is a lie. You already know. Did you know that the earliest known board games are 5,000 years old? Did you know?
I didn't know you were gonna hit us with some facts.
Just that's the only fact I have.
Okay.
It was called Senate, and it was played by the Egyptians.
Hey.
FYI. Okay, real quick, while we have a little bit of time left, I'm just gonna name off some games, and you can comment on them. Okay.
Okay.
If you want.
You know what? Before you do, because I don't think it was on this list.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever played the Mancala? Like the one that has the rocks and it goes around? That is a
I forgot about
good
Mancala.
game.
So when I used to do TLC, after school daycare, all I did was play games with kids.
Right.
Like that was my job. It was the best job ever. And I used to like whoop kids in Mancala.
You know, I used to work at a
like, you suck.
I used to work at a summer camp.
Yeah.
Like I did a couple of years as a summer day camp, and we would play with kids, and you would just crush these kids.
Oh yeah. Just go for it.
Times were different back then.
Yeah.
You could be like, there's some tough love.
We used to play Mancala, Sorry, Trouble. That was basically it. Those were like the main ones we used to play. Because this is 5 and up, so a lot of kids, they're easy games for kids to play. We would do
like Shoots and Ladders and Candyland.
Shoots and Ladders, yes. I love that one too.
Oh, you know what? Before we move on to what you're doing, just do you have a board game or like a game that you always wanted that you never got?
I don't know. Maybe Girl Talk.
What was Girl Talk?
It's like...
Did they have a cell phone?
I really wanted Mall Madness. Oh, damn. Mall Madness. I wanted Mall Madness. It was basically a mall. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it kind of had a Monopoly vibe to it. I think, because it was like shopping and all this kind of stuff. But I really wanted that, and I only got to play it like once. My friend had it, and I went over to her house, and we played it, and I was like so excited. Shit, Girl Talk too.
There was a game, it's still around, I'm sure. It was called Crossfire.
Oh, yeah. Crossfire!
Yeah. And I wanted it so bad.
Oh, okay.
And then one of my cousins got it. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, I got to play it a couple times. So that was until all those marbles disappeared.
Got it, Victor?
Yeah.
I knew it.
And then he got all the cool stuff.
I just see him, getting
it. And then the other one I always wanted was Perfection. And Perfection was the one where you would push down that springboard, and then that was like a stressful game too.
Stressful.
And you'd have to like fit all the shapes or it would explode. And then finally in like my 30s, I bought it. I was like, I'm an adult now. I can buy my own games.
They're like $20.
Yeah. And I went and I bought it, and man, it was easy. I was like, oh, this is for kids. These shapes are
There's
totally
no skill.
easy to fit.
It's just speed.
Well, I mean, you got to know where they're at, but once you kind of know, it's...
I mean, you can look at it. Yeah. A monkey can play that game. Like, literally. You know what other game was really fun, too, that I liked, but was stressful, was Operation.
Yeah.
Remember when you're like... You're like, shit. Like, my hands were never that steady. That was a good one.
I feel like they should have made another version of that.
Like how?
I don't know, just something else that kind of gave that same like
feeling,
buzzer,
but not of a body.
Like I don't know, there's like a lot of buzzer games anymore.
You want the buzzer?
Yeah, you know what I mean, the buzzer. Anyway.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of any other. Obviously, Loteria. That's a classic. We used to play Loteria with our Halloween candy. We would like gamble it off or whatever. My mom would clean a house with that one. We did Family Feud. Don't Break the Ice.
I wanted Don't Break the Ice too.
Yeah, I did want that one too.
I forgot about that, but yeah, I wanted it.
I wanted Mousetrap. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
And I ended up getting it.
And it didn't work.
And it never worked.
Nobody's Mousetrap ever worked.
It was always the part with the stick with the cage. That was supposed to come down. And it always go da da da. You're like, come on! It was like freeze. hurry.
You're just yelling. You're like, he's gonna leave. I only put so much cheese under there.
It never worked. And the breakdown and setup was so annoying. And then if you lost a piece, the whole game was done.
Mm-hmm.
That was annoying. Kerplunk? Why don't I remember that one?
Okay, Kerplunk was another one where it was a plastic tube, and you would stick all of these sticks through it.
Okay.
And then once you put all the sticks, you would put a bunch of marbles in.
Oh, okay.
And then the idea was that you would pull sticks out, and then hopefully, not be the one to drop the marbles.
Right. Okay. I remember that.
Battleship.
Battleship, great game. I did like that one. I played that at daycare a lot.
I always wanted an electronic battleship, but they were like, no, that battleship's, I was like, fine.
It's a computer.
Yeah. They were like, no.
Connect 4. I love Connect 4. That's a basic game, but that's always really fun.
Yeah.
Connect 4. What else? There was another one I was just thinking about. We did a Candyland. We did talk about that one. Clue. Oh, Clue and 13 Dead End Drive. Do you remember 13 Dead End Drive?
I don't remember that, but I do remember Clue.
That was a cool one, and it was very similar to Clue because it was like a whodunit kind of game. But that had an elaborate setup. It was like a whole mansion. It was like doing the most.
What about Scrabble?
I never really played Scrabble, but I'm a good speller. So
well, then we should play some Scrabble.
Because Scrabble we can do 2-person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need to get that.
All right.
Okay, let's do it.
So you want to go ahead and...
Oh, yeah? You want to play?
You want to go ahead and call it? I think we're going to go ahead and end that there.
I'm going to call it. We said them all. There's nothing else I can really think of. Except for Guess Who. They needed to update those. Yeah.
Guess Who was cool.
Guess Who was cool, but it was always the same. It never changed. I don't know.
You wanted rotating, flappy people?
Yeah, something. I don't know. It was just always like, does your person bald? Does your person have glasses? It got lame after a while.
Just like this episode. All right, we're going to go ahead and call that. Thanks so much for listening to another episode of Couch Quickies. Again, I am Omar, and this is Nadia, and you can find us at OMRVLZ.
And Nadia Moham Official, and We Have Word Baby Podcast. And also, guys, send us the rules and regulations, suggestions for this We Have Word Baby board game.
So that we know.
I want to know what you guys think. If you guys have any good ideas. This could be interesting. Let's throw a little spin on it. Let's see.
Perfect.
All right. Until next time.
Bye.
You'd like it.
You know what's crazy? I think I